What if the Earth were a cube? Let's say you wake up one day, open your window, and the horizon looks weird, really weird. That's because Earth is no longer a roundish, slightly lumpy sphere. It's a cube, with edges, and corners, and 6 giant flat faces. Suddenly, every globe you've ever seen is a lie, including that one in your classroom with Australia stuck at the bottom. But could Earth actually be a cube? Short answer, no. Long answer, definitely not. Gravity ruins everything. See, planets aren't round just to look pretty. They're round because gravity pulls in all directions equally. It's like if you tried to squeeze a giant ball of dough from every side, eventually it rounds itself out. But a cube? That would require gravity to just stop caring. In a cube-shaped Earth, gravity would still pull things toward the center, which means, on the flat middle of each face, you'd feel like you're standing upright. But as you walk toward the edge, gravity would feel sideways, like walking uphill. But the ground is flat, and once you reach a corner, you'd basically be hiking vertically, clinging to the ground like Spider-Man, while gravity tugs diagonally toward the core. Good luck walking your dog. And don't even think about oceans. Water's not stupid. It follows gravity, so it would rush toward the center of each face, creating massive ocean pools in the middle, and leaving the edges and corners super dry. So, if you live near an edge, hope you like desert. Worse, weather goes bonkers. Right now, Earth's spinning and round shape help create wind patterns, jet streams, and predictable seasons. On cube Earth, with flat faces and jagged edges, winds would slam into corners, swirl violently, and create giant cube-shaped hurricanes. Think Minecraft, but deadly. And speaking of seasons, forget what you know. Our round Earth tilts on its axis, giving us summer, winter, and endless debates about whether pumpkin spice is overrated. But cube Earth would have no stable axial tilt. It could wobble wildly. Imagine summer lasting 30 hours, and then a decade of winter. Somewhere, a polar bear is not amused. Now, gravity isn't just pulling on you, it's pulling on the planet itself. Cube Earth wouldn't stay a cube for long. Its corners would slowly sag, edges would bulge, and eventually the whole thing would smoosh back into a sphere. Nature doesn't do cubes, it prefers curves. Still, let's say we somehow engineered it to stay cube-shaped, maybe with magic or duct tape. What would life be like? Cities would form only in the center of each face, where gravity feels normal. Edges would be unstable, prone to landslides, gravity distortion, and occasional existential crises. Corners, almost uninhabitable, but great for extreme sports or evil layers. Satellites would be confused. Is that a corner or a mountain? GPS would glitch. Turn left in 500 meters. Wait, are you upside down? And space missions, launching from a corner would be like slingshotting off a staircase. Oh, and time zones? Let's just say your cube would need a lot of clocks. Eventually, humanity would adapt. We'd build cities into the centers, set up staircases to climb between faces, and invent corner-resistant wheelchairs. Someone would probably open a coffee shop on the edge and call it Flat Earth Café. And somewhere, someone would insist that this cube is proof the Earth is actually a triangle. So, what if the Earth were a cube? It'd be weird, it'd be dangerous, it'd be completely unstable. But hey, at least maps would finally be accurate squares. So, what if the Earth were a cube? Let's pause and think. A cube-shaped Earth would rewrite everything we thought we knew, from how we walk and where we build cities, to how oceans behave and how gravity pulls. We'd have to start over, from architecture to physics textbooks. It's not just a change in shape, it's a complete reboot of reality. You'd rethink gravity, oceans, seasons, cities, and stairs. Every part of life would adapt. Gravity wouldn't always feel down. Oceans wouldn't spread evenly. Seasons could get chaotic. Cities would have to fit into gravity-friendly zones. And moving between cube faces would require massive staircases, or elevators with serious trust issues. Your daily jog now includes corner climbs and anti-gravity zones, and you'd never complain about a hilly walk again. You think walking uphill now is annoying? Try doing it while gravity pulls sideways and your path bends at a 90-degree angle. On Cube Earth, leg day becomes a survival challenge. People who train for mountains on our round Earth would be considered amateurs here. Every corner would be an Everest. Nature curves. Humans angle. Nature wins. Nature doesn't like sharp edges. Gravity pulls things into spheres, not cubes. Over time, corners crumble, edges smooth out, and everything returns to curves. You can try to make Earth angular, with enough steel, magic, and duct tape, but eventually, gravity whispers, "Nice try," and then it rounds things back out. Cube Earth, cool in theory, terrifying in practice. On paper, it's fun. It makes for amazing sketches and wild hypotheticals. But in reality, unstable gravity, uninhabitable corners, extreme weather, wild seasons, navigational nightmares. It's the kind of thing that sounds great in a cartoon, and ends with civilization moved back to Mars. But hey, at least the sunsets on the corners would be amazing. Just imagine it, standing on the edge of a massive cube, watching the sun dip across the horizon, not into a gentle curve, but sliding off a sharp edge, like a coin falling off a table. Golden rays bouncing across the atmosphere, spilling down all sides. For a moment, it might be worth it. What if the Earth were a cube, a sharp idea, just not a round one? It challenges everything we take for granted, and reminds us that our world works the way it does for a reason. Cubes are fun, spheres are stable, and in the end, maybe that's the point. The real magic of Earth isn't its shape, it's the fact that, against all odds, it works. Roundly.